Hey guys, Dr. Luke String from Advanced Health Chiropractic. I'm discussing low back pain, and essentially I want to walk you through a chiropractic adjustment, how adjustments are a really effective way of helping people with low back pain. So before we go over that, what are we looking for? So when you evaluate the spine, a joint which is made up of a lower bone, an upper bone and a disc, and it has nerves coming out of these nerves canals, should be in alignment. These spinous processes should be on top of one another, and the joint should be able to move in its full range of motion. Rotation, should be able to flex and extend, and it should be able to laterally bend. However, subluxation occurs from many things. The main thing we see are traumas, could be big traumas, slips, falls, car accidents, or repetitive stresses, doing the same thing over and over, essentially sitting. What happens is the joint can become locked up, or the joint can shift out of alignment. When the joint becomes locked up or it shifts, you start putting stress and tension onto these nerve roots. And when these nerve roots essentially are under stress, particularly in the low back, you're going to get low back pain. And this is something that we need to find and we need to address through chiropractic adjustments. So first of all, how do we find it? We go through the examination. We'll take your spine through a functional exam. We'll essentially stress these joints, find out which joints aren't moving. If we feel the need, we'll shoot some x-rays. It's going to evaluate the curve or the curves within your spine and the joint function. We shoot a special x-ray in this office called a motion study. It allows us to flex and rotate every joint on an individual manner. Allows us to evaluate, essentially allows us to evaluate and diagnose, pinpoint which joints aren't moving, and then it allows us to adjust the spine. So after we've taken the x-rays, if we find any degeneration in the joint, i.e. a loss of disc space, or we find any disc fluid that essentially is putting stress and tension onto the nerve root, causing your low back pain or pain that starts referring, this is a super effective way to essentially release stress and tension off the disc, off the nerve. We can actually bring the disc fluid back towards the center of the nucleus, and by doing that you can take away the impingement on the nerve, and we essentially get great results with low back pain. It goes something like this. So following the x-ray, we can pinpoint the joints to the degenerative. If you've got degenerative joints, chances are you've got a disc issue. As we discussed on previous videos, a disc issue is going to create pain in your lower back or pain that travels. So obviously we know exactly which anatomy we're contacting. We're right on L5, the bottom joint in your lower back. We're going to create some tension, we're going to traction away, and all we're going to do is we're just going to distract the joint. We're going to bring it. So via x-ray, we can pinpoint the joint within your back that's degenerative, and we can address it with a really effective adjustment. So obviously if your x-ray showed up, you've got degeneration at L5-S1, really common age degenerative, we know exactly where that is on the spine. We're going to traction away, and then we're just going to essentially create some traction and some decompression into the joint. We do this 5 to 10 times, and what it's doing is it's creating a vacuum, and it's pulling the disc fluid back in towards the disc. You can take stress and tension off of that nerve root. And again, from the examination and the x-rays, we can pinpoint those joints that were subluxated, those joints that shifted out of alignment, and we can offer a really essentially safe and effective way to move those joints. So again, on the x-ray, we know exactly which joint isn't moving. For Suzanne, it's the L5 vertebral body. We're going to contact that body, we're going to rotate, we're going to bring some tension into the spine, and we're going to apply some force. And you might have heard that we've got a nice release in Suzanne's back. That's going to take stress, tension off the joint, tissue, nerve. It's going to offer you some relief. When you supplement that with good tissue work, traction, stabilizer strength, and you get extremely good results. If you're suffering with low back pain, you have a family member, a friend, a co-worker that's also suffering from low back pain, share this video, click the link at the bottom of the video, fill out the contact form. We look forward to seeing you in the office.